I'm going to do things in a slightly different order now with this radio I'm going to try out. But first of all, an announcement. Him whose photograph you saw at the beginning of the video with the titles on, well, that's the father that's living on the roof here of my little workshop, and his wife and him are pleased to announce that they've had triplets. Yeah, so it could get even noisier in here now, because it's not only going to be the patter of one great big seagull, then his missus, but we've got the extra patter of the triplets, and so anything can happen. Anyway, that's it. Happy announcement, triplets. Watch out for more baby pictures on the videos. Oh, right. So what are we talking about? The radio I'm talking about now, there's a few videos about these on YouTube. It's one of these, Thunderpole T800, which I've just acquired. I got it from one of the local four-wheel drive guys. He had great plans for going off-road, him and his mates, and they were all going to fit these in the Land Rovers. And he's got the price on it here, £69.50 he paid for it, and he never got around to it. I think it's good in theory doing this, but if you've never done it before, you've got no knowledge of these things, and you've got to start SWRing aerials in and messing about like that, it gets very fiddly if you've never been involved in this stuff. You can't just buy an aerial and connect it, and I think that's what he was expecting. So that was it, T800. And here it is in all its glory. Never been used. It's not been used at all because his plans didn't work out. It's still got the seals on it by the manufacturer or importer or whatever, like Thunderpole. Still got the seals on it, so it's not had anybody inside it or tweaking or twiddling. Nothing's been done to it. Completely untouched. So I'm going to have a look what it's like in its original pristine condition. This is the better model, I think. This is the best model of these that's around, because it's got the better microphone. It's because the first lot had a grotty microphone. Then this lot came out and they've got it's a really nice solid microphone. It's got quite a bit of weight to it as well. Really nice mic, I like that. So that's the better model, I think, with this microphone. And then the latest models, they've added a public address feature, and I don't see the point in that. I've never used a PA feature on a CB radio. When I've wanted to do PA, I've had proper PA amplifiers putting out huge amounts of power, not a pathetic little CB radio. But the latest model has a PA CB. I think this is better because it has the channel 9 and channel 19 switch, which I think is better than a CB PA switch, that we can select channel 9 there, channel 9, or the very useful channel 19, which I think is great. So I imagine I can set it on some other channel, can I? Well, yeah, we've got it on like channel 20, and we can flip to channel we can flip to channel 19, shout out for a copy, and then go take them to, in this case, channel 20, which we know is quiet. They're all quiet at the moment because we haven't got an aerial on. We've got the dummy load on, but I do hear quite a bit on my dummy load as well, because I've got a CB very, very close to me, whose name shall be nameless, because when he switches on his CB equipment and his megawatt burner, well, even with my dummy load, it's strength 9 plus. Right, but anyway, let's have a look at this. We've got it on channel 20, so we'll key up first of all and see what the frequency counter has to say about it, I think. 27,791,38. So that's pretty much smack on, really. as I've said on videos before, if it's after the decimal point it doesn't really matter. So we've got 27791, and then what's after the decimal is, well, nothing. Couple of hundred cycles, so that's pretty much fine, okay, can't complain about it. The next thing we want to have a look at is the power. And that is not very impressive. It's less than 3 watts. So that is not very good. It's like 2 3/4 watts. So that is not impressive at all. For something straight out of the box, unused, in factory original condition, 2 3/4 watts is not good. So that is definitely going to have to be optimised. Okay, so let's have a look what the deviation is like. Transmit power is low, so that's got to be adjusted. It does mean I'm going to have to open it up and break the factory seal. Let's see what the D's like. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the deviation is pretty much perfect. No complaints at all. Deviation perfect. Frequency perfect. Power low. Let's see what it's like for sensitivity. Let's give the old cyanide a go. See what that's like. Turn that awful noise off. So that was the cyanide reading, and the cyanide reading is minus 113 dBs. So very sensitive indeed. You can't fault the reception sensitivity. A bit of crackles and bangs there you could hear. That's from interference with everything switched on here, with the counter and the cyanide meter and deviation meter. There's all sorts of things switched on at the same time. But that's it. Pretty much spot on. So the only thing wrong with this CB radio is less than 3 watts output. Everything else is absolutely fantastic, perfect performance. So this is where the optimization comes in. We shall open it up and give it a tweak and get it up to 4 watts. I've just adjusted the transmit power, and now when we transmit, 4 watts. Yeah, pretty much spot on 4 watts. So that's the transmit. That's it, radio done, radio optimised.